Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
eDrive is a startup that works with the aim to accelerate the country's transition to sustainable energy by providing designing and motor part support to the EV industry in order to help them get a tailor-made solution within the country itself. Let's find out all about it.
Hi, I'm Srinidhi. I'm the co-founder of eDrive. So we are incubated at Jyoti Institute of Technology, Bangalore, AIC. So the problem which we solve is we are creating an EV ecosystem for the electronics gadgets or the components which is used in the EV powertrain for the startups especially. So the issue is, as you know today, most of our electronic items such as BMS, motor control unit, all of them are being imported from China. So 70% of our parts are still imported from China, even though we say that we want to develop everything from scratch in India. So that being an issue, there might be quality issues. There might be a lot of incontrollable in the OEM sector due to the product being manufactured on the out of country, right? When we talk about major other OEMs who supply us, they ask about the credibility, which are tier 1 and tier 2 suppliers, right? How big is your company? How many number of components you can place the order? So these are a lot of issues which we found. That is where we wanted to enter the market and help the startups to grow and overall be a part of the EV ecosystem and grow towards the sustainability transportation, which our Indian government is currently focusing more on. So that is where we want to help people by building up by supporting the startups, providing the solutions to them. We do not ask more about either what is their background or the credibility, the number of orders or MOQ. So this is a platform where any startup who wants to create a product in EV segment in India can collaborate with us. We will be able to support them to grow in the future purposes. So eDrive is focusing on the part and components such as motor controller to control the motor. We have battery management system, which is which plays a very crucial role today in the EV segment, to have a very good safety measures to prevent a lot of fire hazards which you might have seen in the industries, right, or maybe in day-to-day activities. And also the vehicle control unit. As a OEM, we would like to have a power to play with other components which might be from different vendors, to have more control on the overall performance wise, safety wise, lot of other functionalities, right? These are the major area which we are focusing on in eDrive. So currently we have built vehicle control unit and BMS. It's on the TRL level 4 to 5 currently. So it's been testing on the bench level part. So we have been awarded 1 crore from ANIC. That is, we were the winners of 2023 ANIC. Where that grant will help us to take this product such as VCU and the BMS to the next level in terms of testing and make sure they are ready for the customers already. So we wanted to bring a motorcycle platform where there is a gap in India. You might see there are a lot of commuting scooters, electric vehicle, and you have super sports vehicle, and you have four-wheelers, right? As a general commuter, I would like to enjoy my ride from going to college or office rather than having a boring ride in the traffic. That is why a lot of people, even they own of age of 22 or 35, people, if they own a vehicle, they do not want to get it into the outside roads, especially in the traffic or a day-to-day commute. That is where exactly our platform fits. It's a dual sport motorcycle. You take on everyday commute. On weekends, you go hit off-roads. You explore a lot of places. Electric powertrain compared to IC, by its nature, has a very good torquey nature, which puts a smile the moment you give a throttle. Any person, any mode, if you ride this vehicle, it will bring a smile on your face, right? And due to the enjoyable, fun, loving motorcycle. This platform is a 72 volts architecture, 5.4 kilowatt hour. So overall, you get 150 kilometers of range in city, and in the sports mode, you get around 70 to 80 kilometers with a lot of burst in the performance. You enjoy thoroughly. So there are three modes: economy, city, and sports. Where eco would be suitable more for the city purpose, and the city, especially in these three modes, what you get is the torque, the nature of the torque, and the overall speed limit. The more the further we go on the sports mode, you have complete opportunity to use the complete performance in this vehicle. So this chassis has been completely in-house built. The powertrain has been designed in-house, even the battery pack, which has been designed in-house. Currently, we are in prototype sample stage. We are looking forward to go ahead and launch this vehicle by next year mid. In terms of how we help directly to the society, the more is on the startup companies. So when a startup wants to build a vehicle, it might be a three-wheeler, two-wheeler, electric vehicle. So when you go to any tier 1 suppliers such as Bosch, Continental, they are all big players. So if you approach for building a prototypes of 10 units, or if you want to enter the market with 250 limited units, right? They do not, it does not work out very well with those tier 1 suppliers. So the other option they take is meet with the Chinese vendors. So Chinese vendors support you for a number of units of 1 or even less than 10 also. When this happens, they have to overcome the cost of import duty, which is almost 50% currently to India for the electronics. So that is where again the startup has to bear a lot of cost there. And in terms of serviceability, in terms of any other developments, it has to be contracted via abroad, which is a difficulty in India. So where we play a role is we have a platform which is flexible and viable. For example, it can be utilized for two-wheeler segment also. It can be utilized for the three-wheeler segment also. All a startup has to do is they can take our product. We can change the parameters according to their needs, because we have the whole platform is built in such a flexible way that according to the customer's need, we can change a lot of parameters in there. So using that, and we do not also care about or concern more about the credibility they are asking, or we support them for the 50 units of samples, even 10 number of samples. This is how they can build up. Then using this platform, which is on the cost wise also lesser compared to you importing a product which is from China or a top tier 1 suppliers components. This way they can enter the market and have a exponential growth in three-wheeler or two-wheeler. The vendor management or the having a components in, especially in BMS, motor controller, is stopping a lot of startups. If you look up in Bangalore itself, we have 100 plus startups, and we have 760 plus startups in India overall, EV startups in three-wheelers and two-wheelers. This is the market where we are targeting, and this is where we want to help the startup, and also along with them we grow towards our mission to have a sustainable mobility overall in India. I'm an automobile engineer background. Our core team, we have electronics and mechanical engineer. So as you know, in today's disciplinary, any engineering has to be interdisciplinary, such as along with automobile, mechanical, electronics and electricals. So we have very strong core team in model based design. This is a way of approach to design a platform where we do not require a lot of coding knowledge, such as C++ or Java. We have a MATLAB tool where we can write number of logics and we can test n number of times before the product has been made into a prototype. In this way, we are flexible for any customer if they want changes. Also, the time of building a prototype and giving a testing before we know that we are 100% sure we want to go ahead with this, that time we shorten from almost 6 months to 1 month time. This is where we are very strong at it, basically. And that is a very key role which is playing in our platforms such as VCU and the BMS currently. And we have been in industry from past 3 years, right? So the knowledge which we actually, along with the product, we are a passionate bikers. So we wanted to enter a market. That is when we built a vehicle. The product which is built is been tested and tied on a platform which is already been running here, right? Which you can see in the two-wheeler segment. So this is how where exactly we have a strong background. So if you see the number of successful startups is comparatively very less number to startups which are trying in EV sector, I would say. There are many other companies such as Ather and all. So where they have been the reason for them to have a strong impact on the commuter or the overall community is by having a backbone, strong backbone from very big OEMs. So that which is pulling them, most of the things which is pulling for the startup is where is the EV ecosystem, which is not provided today for currently in India. So once we have a merger or a marriage between them, then we will be able to see a lot of players coming in India, which will help for us to shift from IC to EV in next 3 to 4 years. And there are a lot of startups also working towards it. So we will be able to see a lot of electric autos in our day-to-day commute, lot of two-wheelers, people shifting from IC completely to the EV platform. This in turn will reduce the carbon footprint overall, and which will have a sustainable mobility and also eco mobility in our India.